he needs to land some serious EMPs, or his whole army is going to be stasis. Really, I mean, like 5 or 6 arbiters are in play right now, and it does look like Ares is slowly creeping out, slowly but surely creeping out here, and he's going to try to make a move for it. He needs to make sure his tanks are not clumped in one, or it could spell devastating. Science Vessel out. There is a huge encounter. Zealots coming in, but there are a lot of vultures, and Guy is losing a lot of his zealots here, so Guy's actually going to lose this encounter. His army is trapped in the corner. He can't even retreat with his goons. He can retreat behind his probes, but not going to do much. But more tanks on the way here, and Guy possibly going to hold this off, but losing all those zealots. So another encounter goes to Guy, actually going to save this expansion with a couple more tanks. That could have been a totally different battle, and Ares was not completely ready to engage Guy's army right there. He does have more tanks on the way. He is going to siege up here, and Guy quickly needs to reinforce his zealot army here. Going to try to push back Ares with straight goons, but he's not going to go too far with that. Shuttle into play, speed, zealot bombs is going to be the call here, but Ares is slowly pushing back, and if he can isolate Guy's army away from his bottom expansions here, that would really, really be bad for Guy. Guy needs to keep those expansions. His macro game is great so far, hasn't lost too many probes, but things could change quickly. Ares is now taking the top right natural expansion here, so he's going to try to compete in the macro game. So this has turned out to be split the map even, and really very, very exciting game, and I am very glad I got to cast this. This is really, like, good games like this. Oh my gosh, I get so excited. I'm a total nerd. Anyways, 5 arbiters and a shuttle, and that one shuttle only has 1 zealot. I'm sure he's going to put in some more in there to go for zealot bombs, and this top right expansion is going to be under fire. Vultures and army transferring. They're going to meet to try to save this command center. Zealot attacking the command center. Huge encounter in the middle of the map here. No tank support yet. Ares going to be caught off guard, not going to have enough time to siege up. No minefields on the play. Zealots flooding the scene. Goons behind. I'm expecting stasis. Where are the storms? Not enough High Templars. Guy with a well-balanced army, but not quite enough storms. Not landing stasis quite yet, and really, that could have went better for Guy if he would have landed a couple stasis. I'm not sure if those arbiters have energy. Those could have been the new arbiters that didn't have the energy. But yeah, he should have landed a couple stasis, and that could have been a totally different game. And he's going to save his top right expansion after all. So Ares really committed to staying in this macro game, which he has to if he wants to win. And this semi-island right expansion might be going down here. It's going to be impressive if Guy can hold this off. Vultures, he can't let them lay a minefield. Minefield is going down. Ares' time to attack is now, and this is when he's going in. He's going to push in. Going to lay out a lot. Oh my gosh, come on. He's going to wait for all his reinforcements. He's got to push in the right time. Scan going off. Really important that he does have enough combat stations, because all of Guy's army is completely cloaked. He does have enough arbiters to cloak a whole food count here, and he does have the minefield up, so his mid-right expansion is under fire here, and Guy is gonna, if he loses this, then the macro game is gonna completely change, and things are gonna start swifting over to Ares' hands. Ares is really doing a nice job of securing expansions. It looked like a couple times in this game he was going to lose them, but that was actually not the case here. Guy's looks like he's going to try to go counter. He realizes he's going to lose that semi-island, realizes there is nothing to do. The minefield went up. He couldn't attack, so now he has to try to go somewhere else. I'm surprised we haven't seen a recall yet. I think a recall in the back of the base could be devastating. He could lay out some tech, lay out some factories, get the Terran opponent behind in the supply count here. But yes, he is going to push, and he's going to pick off even the barracks, so that barracks not even going to have any luck staying alive. But he's going to be forced to be pushed back again. And once again, the mid semi-island left expansion for Ares is safe. So Guy quickly, he needs to do something quickly. Ares is taking the top right expansion as well. And holy crap, an army with this size right now, I mean, seriously, they could go in with full food count and completely be destroyed, and then they could completely encounter with full armies again 3 minutes later. Just they can reproduce their army so fast here. And we did see a recall to the top right, and here we go. This comp set, that is kind of a waste of a not really a waste of a recall, but I think that could have been a better one. That was I guess he could have walked some units over there, but he didn't even feel like doing that. So here we go. Zealots and tanking. No vultures surrounding these tanks. Ares is going to lose 7 tanks. Complete mistake there by Ares, but Ares is going to come in for a complete encounter, and a lot of probes are going to go down here for Guy, and back and forth. Ares is Guy is in a lot of trouble here. He has lost so many probes, and really is falling behind in this macro game after all, after it looks so good for him. He's going to try to push in for a counter here. He needs to to take out the semi-lift expansion, or I feel things are going to be completely in Ares' hands. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. Zealot's coming in, going to be able to pick off this missile turret here. Actually, Guy might be able to get back in this if he can lay out this expansion. A lot of SCVs mining here, but he has lost this island. He has lost this natural only at his bottom left, and now is going to lose his main. And wow, he is really losing everything. Gateway's warping in. He is going to produce a couple units. A DT, maybe with the lack of scan, this one DT could possibly save all these bases, although it's not going to happen. But Eric's going to lose this expansion right here. Oh, actually going to save the command center momentarily, but it does look like these goons possibly could take it down, but it doesn't really matter. They are completely swapping bases here. His right expansion is going to go down as well. Neither player expanding. No one wants to go for the throat. Everyone is taking expansion after expansion down. Very, very exciting game here. And wow, it looks like the battles are coming to an end, although Guy has lost all 3 of his expansions. Guy is in a huge amount of trouble. He's going to take the 6 o'clock expansion island with a couple cannons. That's going to be completely protected, and I don't even think Ares has dropships to deal with that at all. Mine's out, and yes, nothing he's going to be able to do to save this expansion. He just lost about 25 to 30, probably 30 probes and 3 expansions. Really hurts, although Guy did pick off a couple command centers in the making and picked off that semi-island right here at the 9 o'clock position. I don't feel it was, I feel Ares got the better trade after all. It is down to 3 bases now. So after this impeccable macro game by both players are sitting with their main natural and their, mineral only. So what a game it has been. And really, Ares is going to probably he could expand where Guy has already been, or he could easily take this island again, in which it does look like he is going to do. SCV coming in here, and he's just going to do some long distance mining. Just kidding. So much for the expansion there. So really, both people fighting for minerals. We are 25 minutes into the game, and Ares has 294 minerals, and Guy has 94 minerals. So a low econ game after all. Although Ares' macro game is really, he's in it right now completely. He was behind a little bit. He has laid out the expansions there. Even, you don't want to be even in PvT. As TvP, you want to be even, but not in PvT. So, yeah, so Ares, but really, Guy's army, right now the food count, armies aren't reproducing so quickly. They have mined out their main, mined out their mineral only, and mined out their natural. So no one is mining crystals besides this. And I missed this drop, and I am sorry, but this rest of these probes have went down. So I don't even think anyone is mining. Now taking the natural expansion at the 6 o'clock, or at the, 6 o'clock, what am I talking about? At the 1 o'clock expansion. Now he's going to try to, he's scouting with arbiters. So low econ game after all. So long distance mining. It's going to come down to 1. Really, Ares, Guy needs to lay out this base. Guy is not mining at all, and I don't think Ares is either. And no, Ares is not mining, so no one is mining. So this is going to be absolutely, it's going to come down to one huge battle. He is mining with a couple probes, but that is nothing big at all. Coming in here for the all-out battle. This could really change the game. Whoever wins this battle is actually going to, looks like they're going to win the game. Minefield not perfectly set up, although lots of mines actually. So Ares is going to try to slow this down as best he can. His tanks army not in the best place they could be. But he does have the support. Zealot's flooding the scene. If he can land appropriate storms with stasis, he should be able to lay this out. There's a stasis, not a bad stasis. Tanks spread out perfectly though. Ares looks like he's actually gonna win this encounter. Storms going everywhere though. Storms changing the pace of this battle. Guy actually looks like he possibly could do some damage here. It does look like he's gonna win this. Oh my gosh. Absolutely epic game. He needs to lay out this expansion. If he lays out this mining, then he can no longer reinforce his army. And this battle's changing, and you can see how desperate they are getting. Guy is actually warping in Archons, and you never see Archons in PvT. I mean, that's just